So, Gerald, I believe you have looked through the lyrics, read through, see the lyrics. Which sentence kind of inspire you? Which sentence find that is very interesting? Or which verse or which line tells you something?
There were only like those few lines because they were repeating.
Say again. I was lagging, sorry.
I don't really.
Yeah, sorry. Can hear you now.
None of them made an impression.
Not even the one give you a good impression.
Like mostly because I can't remember the whole thing.
Okay, how do you find the song?
It's not my type of song.
Yeah. sorry. Oh, why?
Because it's too slow.
Oh, what kind of song do you like to listen?
Fast.
Okay, what kind of fast song? How fast do you think is fast? I come back to you. Tian-Yu, do you think the song is nice for you?
No, not my type. And judging by the song, it feels like those like love song. Like because I didn't really watch the video, see the video, but I saw some lyrics of somewhat pretty girls in the summer and then something or something like that. So it's probably towards like love, romance one. So it's not my song.
How about Hanling? Oh, you cut your hair. Do you think the song is appropriate or good for you, or you like it?
I couldn't hear the song properly. I was lagging so bad.
Okay, I think I'll be disappointed to hear from the three of you. Because
I couldn't hear the song at all. It was so laggy.
oh. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think my Wi-Fi got problems. Sorry.
I couldn't hear the song properly because of that too.
Oh, I see. Okay, but that song was one of the most popular in the 90s, where it's the meaning is actually reflect to all of you, Gerald. In fact, yesterday I played this for my Sec2 students. So they kind of also like you or Gerald, they don't like the song, they find the song is not suitable. I think it's a different generation song. But nevertheless, the title called Season in the Suns, it's just like all of us, we have our seasons, right, Gerald, ups and downs. Right. So why I'm playing this song is to tell you that, this is coming to term 2 already. So it's going to be going to near to halfway through to your Sec3 academic year. So there is always up and down in life. Same thing when you're writing your essay. You also have ups and downs, when to choose the right words, when to choose the right phrase, when to choose the right vocab, when to start off your introductions and how to make your introductions more interesting and more refined. So there's a lot of things, blah, blah, here and there, everywhere. Okay, so now let's go to Gerald. Last week you were not here, right? Because you went for your camp. So what we're going to have here is that we're going to go through today's the define, using the word define here. What is define? Very simple. Okay. We are using this for your essay. So maybe just recap. When you're using define for all argumentative and all types of essay, first of all, the definition of sports and property. So later, Gerald, you can look at these Tian-Yu and Hanling's the definitions and explain the reason of why sports can help to elevate property and feeling of sports and property, how sports and properties kind of being related, and how you feel that when you have a sports get rid of poverty, how do the people feel about it? Give an example, the types of sport benefit to help elevate poverty. I think most of us will know we're using football as one of the very good example. to kind of elevate poverty. But I believe they are more than just football. I think Han Ling mentioned about Wushu, martial art, and then some mentioned about football or even basketball or even other sports like cricket or baseball or even WWE wrestling and all things like that. So identify the pros and cons, why some of the sport is good, some of the sport is no good. And what is your notions about sport, the concept, and what you believe that these sports and poverties, do they really coexist and relate to one another and help? So this is a kind of essay that we're going to do for this week. And then how is your conclusions? That means the whole entire essay, your conclusion about the whole discussions. Okay, so like let's discuss the four questions. Is it? 3 questions. So sports and games are equally as important as study. Gerald, do you agree? Let's go through the define. Do you agree sports and games are equally important?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, we don't just answer yes. Of course, you have to tell me why do you think yeah, they are important. So this is a question. Then you say yes. How can you explain, like say, next time your children or even your teachers or even your lecturers teaching in the university or poly. So let's say you're teaching sports behavior, sport counseling or psychologies. So how can these sports and games, which are the same, are equally important as a study as an academic subjects? So I will ask the 3 of you. Okay, come. Yes, Gerald.
So sports and games are equally as important as studies because studies mostly teach you about formulas and your facts. But sports and games can improve your body physically and maybe mentally. They also teach you some things that your textbooks will not be able to teach you, such as teamwork and communication skills through team sports.
Wow, well said. Very well said. You're using part of the define here. Okay, the define here. Okay, well done. Yep. Okay, look here, the define here. DEFINE with the extra E here. With the extra E that you give the example, you see, Gerald? Okay, you know that some sport, not most of the sport is to teach you communication, but you agree that some sport end up become corruptions, become use the sport as being like a dirty things that people buy the players to play match fixing or these kind of things. Okay, Han Ling, what do you think about these questions here? Sports and games are equally as important. How do you start your introductions for that? Back to you.
I think as a student you want I think as a student who like participates in both sports and games and studies, you just start elaborating on like this. What type of activities do you most likely participate in and stuff? Like how important are these activities to a student's life?
Example?
Like studies are obviously like allow you to get a good future. Sports allow you to build your fitness, and games allow you to relax. And then you will go on to explain about the differences between the few in your respective paragraphs.
Okay, true. Can I use tug of war as one of the sports and games for teamwork bonding? Tug of war, you know tug of war, right?
Now, tug of war is recognized as an official sport in the Olympics.
Yeah, but do you think it can be used as one of them doing this to enhance the meaning of teamwork? You know, even the dragon boat, right? You know, dragon boat, right? You have to paddle the same, in the same directions and the same momentum, same speed, same coordinations, right? Can I use that example, the way you define sports? Okay, right? That's why I call the word define. All right, so that I will add in the example like the dragon boat and the tug of war. All right, thank you. Tian Yu, what about you, Tian Yu? Eat your chewing gum, eat in front of me some more. Wow, very good. Okay, go.
Well, first question, right?
Yes.
I would say. Wait, when they say games, they mean video games, right?
Oh, good question. It can be all kinds of games, you know.
So just as long game related.
Yes.
Then I also have one question. For sports, does esports count?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I think it's fair to say that yes.
Honestly, all are equal. In terms of enjoyment, like how like we use it for our brain and stuff, then I mean in terms of hobby, then it's equally important. In terms of actual real life, then I would say study is more important, a lot more.
Wow.
Because in real life they want to see your certificate, not your like your I mean if you win competition can, but not your like how high you reach in a certain game lah.
I quite disagree with what you say, Antonio. As I only agree that you say here in Singapore, but I quite disagree when you talk about other countries. True not? Like we talk about in Britain,
Singapore, yeah, it's like this, but then other countries might not be.
Correct. So then you must be careful when you are writing this essay if you want to do that. So it only depends on which regions, which country, which part of the world they are more particular sports. I mean some even 他们靠 sport 吃饭的嘞，对不对 ？Right, they eat a living
But in Singapore, this is the case lah.
Not the case, correct. So Gerald, I agree with you what you say. Sometimes sports can bring it, but you know, recently one of my best friend's son is now in the army, so he used to be doing taekwondo as a sports and also CCA in primary school, secondary school, and even in poly, Gerald. So later I saw him in the few days ago was his birthday. Okay. Then I saw him doing what sport? MMA. So I was so surprised you know what is MMA, right, Gerald? Muay Thai. So I say, hey, his name is Sean, my good friend's son. But sadly to say, Gerald, my good friend already passed on already. Okay, he passed on, he was very young when Sean was a very small boy. So now Sean is a very big boy. He said, hey, why you're not taking taekwondo? You got I think got a black belt already, right, Gerald? You know what he told me? Cannot. I already torn my ligaments, broken my toenails, broken my leg. He said, huh? Wow, your taekwondo so serious, Then since you're injured already, Gerald, of course you don't play this kind of sport, right? You should not play MMA, correct? MMA is even worse, right? Correct. You know what he told me? Exactly what you say. It's that bring of the different set of games and sport to bring back his communication skill. He was a very quiet boy, seriously. Ever since my good friend passed on, he was a very quiet boy, from what I know. So yeah, through sport, maybe he's another channel to do something. Yeah, guess what, Gerald? And I asked him, so how? He said, yeah, I'm going for my further study in mass comm. So you see, so this is something that the sport had kind of generated. This is a true story, Gerald. This is a real true story. Okay, just a few days ago, I sent a birthday wishing to him. So this is something that that sports can really motivate someone in other areas. Thank you. So next questions. Will we now be more willing to pick up sports ourselves or let our kids pursue sports instead of pushing them to be doctors, lawyers, and bankers? Okay, all these three questions, Gerald, are all the IP questions. Okay, it's not an express question, it's IP questions. So what do you think? Back to you. I'll give Tian Yu first, then followed by Han Ling. Okay, don't mind. Tian Yu, what do you think about these second questions?
Yeah, I'm reading and thinking again. Wait, give me like 1 minute.
Sure. Okay, so while Tian Yu is reading the question, the other two, you can start thinking of how are you going to start this kind of introductions.
Wait, for this question, is you saying like we are gonna allow our child to do what we want, what they want?
Yes.
Then I agree. Then we should.
So how are you going to start your introduction?
I'll start out with something like we cannot control our child's life forever. It's better to let them choose their own dream and pursue their own dream instead of forcing them to do something they dislike. And I also write something like stuff won't come out good if it's forced, but rather it should be coming out by their own personal intention.
Okay, back to you, Gerald. What do you think about second questions? How do you tackle these as an introductions?
Personally, I do not think that we Singaporeans would be more willing to pick up sports ourselves. I mean, not ourselves, as let our kids pursue sport. Because
So sorry, Gerald, you are saying that next time when you are daddy, your children come to you, Daddy, I want to play skateboard, I want to play Muay Thai, I want to take Taekwondo, I want to take swimming. You will not let them to pursue this, is it?
I will let them, I will let them pursue it professionally
Oh,
because
you don't see a future for that.
there is a chance, but it's very, very low. So I rather take the safer route.
Passage. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I think maybe you want Gerald, maybe you want your wife will say, no, dear, our children will not follow this fight. It's very dangerous, correct? Then maybe you and your wife wants it. Then your mommy daddy say, no, 太危险了，不可以，不可以。我的孙子不可以做这种运动 extreme sport, correct? No?
If I see talent in the child, then maybe I would let them.
No, you see, everyone are born different. You're not wrong to protect your child from certain sports. Nothing wrong. So here it is like, recently my downstairs got a lot of people, because there's a park, then they use the park to has a skateboarding. And then we put the sign already, do not skateboarding here. But they do. You know what? That day I walked past, got one, literally, skateboarding is very dangerous, right? Boom. Next thing, you will break your arms, break your leg, or even fracture your hyperfish part of your body. Then the poor boy had to go to see a doctor and then expenses. But do you realize, Gerald, this skateboarding in America, in other parts of the world, in Japan, I heard is a competition. They can play this, they earn a lot of money through this. And some of them are quite good in their studies also. And some of them come from a very good family. How come, Gerald? I don't understand. No, I think we are not. I think Han Ling and Tianyi will agree that no, I don't think you guys would just want to make this as a career for your children. Which is, if you have this mentality, then sorry, I would say Singapore will not have this kind of path for this. Very hard already. That means the sports school in Singapore is going to die off soon. So I just feel that it is something that we need to address this issue that why we can't make them this sport as their career. Because to be honest, Gerald, I think what you want to say that sport is just only a short period of time, just like a soccer player. The most you can play until 35, then your stamina drop already. Just like Ronaldo. How many years can he play? You have to hang his book. I think Messi also, I think, gonna retire soon. So, but where else study, correct? You see, Uncle Raymond is coming to 54 already. Right, I still can teach. But honestly, Gerald, I'm telling myself, I think by the time of 60 to 60 plus, even I do have the stamina to teach. I don't think many students will follow me to teach, to follow me to come in and learn from me. Seriously. Because honestly, Gerald, just a quick one to ask Han Ling and Tianyi. Han Ling, tomorrow maybe throw this question to the rest. Can Han Ling? Okay. So Gerald, do you want to continue to learn from a teacher, not boy or girl, that is after 65 years old? Would you want to attend a lesson with a 65 years old teacher?
Honestly, I don't see a problem because my mother tongue teacher, I mean not my mother tongue, my Chinese teacher is there. Like Han Ling knows Li Lao Shi. She's like very old already, along with her husband, but still take her mother tongue class, I mean Chinese class from like primary 6 all the way until now. Primary 4 actually.
You mean the tuition, is it?
Yeah. All the way until now I still take it. But she just reduced the number, the classes number.
Okay, because tired. Okay, thank you. Han Ling also? You don't mind?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, okay. How about Gerald?
Actually don't mind.
Oh, okay.
If it's qualified to do it, then yeah.
And then he or she is motivated and got a lot of experience and the skill to impart to the student, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not like those like 混水摸, you just go by the day, just teach like that. Yeah, understand. Okay, thank you so much. Han Ling, Han Ling are not here. So while waiting for Han Ling, so I just want to add something to say that you are not wrong to say, Gerald, that we are taking this path for your children to play on the safer side. But Gerald, may I ask, if let's say, okay, your son maybe want to play basketball, and he's really damn good in that, and then he's about to go for national level, and even maybe in the near future, even our basketball player also can go to NBA, American NBA. And then you say, no, okay, son, you must become a doctor, lawyer, bankers. Do you think confirm even when he get the degree, He will confirm that he will become a doctor. Nobody can tell us, right? Even okay lah. Even you force him, he become a doctor. Do you think he will one day be a really happy doctor? Not a good doctor, okay? He will be a good doctor, but whether he's happy or not, because he might lose his dream to become a national basketball player. Then again, it's like a chicken and egg. So which one is more important? Which one is good? Which one is advisable to take what according to my daddy and mommy told me? Sad to say, but sometimes when our path is being chosen and taken by parents. So let's see what we have from Han Ling. Han Ling, what do you think about question number 2?
I think honestly, if the person shows enough potential, sure.
Sorry?
If the person shows enough potential, then I don't mind at all.
You mean you don't want your son to become a national basketball player?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Oh, okay. But what happened? Let's say your wife against it.
The child's future is not really up to the. It's not fully up to the parents to decide. The parents can influence the decision, but they can't decide it.
Wow. You see, this is a 21st century thinking. In the past, no, parents will decide, will dictate, will confirm. You just shut up, keep quiet. This is your path. I think we are slowly, surely, and definitely moving on in a different era. All right, next question. Thank you, Han Ling. Han Ling, can you continue for number 3? So sport development. Okay, are you okay? Sport developments help reduce crime rates because sport provide an outlet for troubled youth who otherwise are more likely to commit crimes or get into trouble. Do you really agree to this statement? For me, for once, I will say yes. It's near to 100% yes. How about you, Han Ling? Do you think this question is relevant? And how are you going to start this as an introduction to bring your define come?
Honestly, I don't fully support the statement.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because the crime rates can't be determined solely by someone just playing basketball alone. It doesn't work that way. I think that crime rates can only be lowered through education. We need to teach them what's right, what's wrong, what you can do, what you can't do. That's a more straightforward way.
Fair enough.
Okay, one example would be Joseph's schooling, right? He took drugs, right? Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. I really
Let me go get something.
Hey, Han Ling, I really love that boy. Hey, where are you going? Hello? What did he say? Okay, never mind. How about you, Gerald? What do you think about this question number 3? Do you agree what I say? I say 100% I support this. But Han Ling say no, I don't agree. That's what he said. Sorry.
If there's money involved, there will be corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think.
Do you think this statement helps not? Really helps, that by playing sport, then the crime rates will be lower, or there are other factors that contribute low crime rates, not just sport alone. Back to you.
I think crime rates increase because there is a lack of like jobs or something like that. Like lack of opportunities. So if you go through sports development, it gives them the opportunity to do something more meaningful than doing crimes. So yeah, technically it does reduce the crime rate.
Exactly, that's why I say I was saying that's my point, to be honest. Okay. Vera?
Yeah, but go to the higher levels like pro football. If there's money involved, there certainly will be like corruption.
That's greed already, greed. GRE.
Yeah, it's a human nature, so it can't be helped. Like
okay, 7 deadly sin.
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Han Ling, you did not finish your sentence. Why you means that? For example, then you went off ready to take something. What do you say? Your example. One good example.
My example is Joseph's schooling, right? You know, even though he was actually quite trouble at his point, but he was actually out in another country competing in sports. Did that sport help him? Not. commit crime and get into trouble. It didn't. He still took drugs anyways.
Yes, but because of this sports make him to fall into that drugs stress level, correct now. So I think you know what people say, honey, I don't know whether you agree. They say if Joseph Schooling is in another country, not America, that will be a different story. You know what I mean? That will be another story. If he's not in America, in other country, then this will not happen to him. I quite agree with that statement because American is nonsense. Drugs, and now Thailand also agree that taking the weeds is good for this. It's really nonsense. I don't understand why taking okay. I do at this point of time do support the LGBT, but not to the kind of drugs. You know, recently for last year, there's one Indian guy hanged because of bringing drugs to Singapore, right? I know you know about this, and then people were making a big hoo-ha, cannot have death sentence for the drug penalty. I mean, these young people or people who are my age will know that now drugs is really a very, very serious thing. And it's a very big crime, a big market. Thank you, Hanley. How about you, Tianyu? Last but not least, before we move on.
Highly, I would say depends on situation. Because like one example is Joseph Schooling. Yeah.
When you say Joseph Schooling means good or bad here?
Both.
Good.
Bad cause
Bad.
of the drugs.
I think no. Like I say, this Joseph.
But at
Schooling,
the same time, it might be good because it might change some people who change some people's life. Like they were about to take drugs, be gangster, but it can also change their life by taking up this.
You know, actually, if they don't play sport, you will not fall into crime. Maybe because of taking out the sport, it end up become a big crime. Like what Gerald said, right, Gerald? Actually, because he plays so well, then end up the people saw him play very well, and then he give him some, corruptions or match fixing or using this sport as part of the illegal business. Then I'm so sorry, you are in the wrong side of the track already. Very true, very common. Thank you. All right, so let's go on and see are sports and game as important as study. So let's look at this here. The importance of games and sport in students' life. All right, so Gerald, will you mind read to the first paragraph first? Thank you.
Today, sports are essential for students' overall growth and development. Playing various sports helps them teach life skills such as teamwork, leadership, accountability, patience, and self-confidence, and prepares them to face life challenges.
So this is the starting using the word like define. It describe. Okay, let's recall what is defined. Oops, you cannot move up things. So your definitions of what is sports and games and explain as well. And the feeling's not there yet. Example, yes, like leaderships, criteria, teamwork, and patience. Okay, so identified now. Okay, let's go on to see. Oops, where is it? Oh my God, where's the thing? Okay, why sports and study are equally important? Carry on, Gerald.
Why sports and studies are equally important? Well, academics provide knowledge. A sport teaches the invaluable traits of teamwork, leadership, persistence, and hard work. Teamwork, leadership, persistence, hard work, respect towards others, stress management, continuous enhancement of one's skills, and most importantly, acceptance of success and failure in an unfazed manner.
Exactly, I think sports really teach you what is the meaning of success and failures. And it also tells you that, not every game you must always win. Sometimes through a failure of a game that you cannot win, you can do a self-reflection, say why you did not win. Were you well prepared? What went wrong? Is it the food that you intake that caused you to have a butterfly in the stomach while starting on the competitions? Or is it your teamwork cannot work together? You cannot gel together and cause this, oh my God, upside down? Then it's just like, how you will work on that. All right, carry on.
Why sports are just as important as academics. Sport activities teach discipline which can be beneficial in all areas of life. Through sports, students learn tactical, mental, and physical training. Students can focus better and have a clearer vision. These traits are essential for academic success.
I tell you, it's very true, no? It's very true, gentlemen. I think it's good that you guys can take up a sport to help you to improve your, like what you mentioned, right? Hunting, physical. That's what you mentioned. I tell you that you prepare for futures. That's what you mentioned, Gerald, that you will help some things to allow you to give you a more understanding, a better expect to see yourself in the different situations. So sport itself, you see, because sports, you have to go through a few competitions, a few ways to see how you're going to win this game or fail in this game, or how are you going to understand if you are playing football, of course, the other 10 players with the substitute, how are you able to gel with them as a work towards a goal and objective. So later, so Gerald, which question will you be doing? 1, 2, 3.
I think I'm already in the process of one, I think.
Number 1, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so seems like all of the 3 of you are doing the same question. Okay, well done. Because that will be easier. Of course, I was thinking that you all can choose all 3 different questions. That would be good. So Gerald, you're also doing this. So later we have to see how you're going to use the word define with an extra E here. This E here. This E here. Okay. That is the example that you're going to give. Okay, so we continue reading this first. All right, so 3 of you are doing this question. So later we're going to see the introduction, how you do it. Okay, then okay, so this is the one here. These are all the words later you need to use here. All right, so in addition to and similarly, all these words here. Please, if you can, print it out and then use it for your situation writing or even your essay. So like this one, addition, sequence, the consequences of sports and games and compare with study. What is the contrast between sports, games, and studies? Certainty. Okay, how certain it is that sports and games are really as equally important as study, and in what kind of conditions and definition, which I have already. Then in summary, that means your whole entire essay, because the essay that you are going to write is at least 350 words. Of course, you see, every essay must have an example. It's a must to have an example. To enforce, enhance, and ensure that you understand the questions, that you bring the message across clearly to your readers, and of course to your examiner who is marking your paper. That's me, or that is in your school, and that is in your national exam. That is a Cambridge examiner. So the reason and causes why do you think that it will have certain reason that impact study or will cause in fact, you know, Gerald, do you agree on Han-Ling and Tian-Yu, do you all agree on the 3 of you that sometimes the person 太过投入 too involved in sports end up they neglected their study? I have, that's my godson. He played basketball so well until he was so addicted that the coach brought him to go for a competitions. That was 2 months before his O-level. I was like, bloody hell, why don't you do that after his exam? And guess what? He got injured. And the other nephew also played football, got ligament torn. Had to go for operation. You know, ligament torn is damn freaking painful. And then have to take drugs, steroid, to numb the pain. And guess what? That was 1 month before his O-level exam. And then he had to put on crutches to go to school and then have the special room for him to take the exam. You know, the bathing part is really an agony already. So how to bathe with that? Seriously, can you imagine how to wear your underwear? With the things like that, you have to take out all these with the cast on. Oh my goodness, seriously, I don't know. So that is the cause and effect. Sometimes there's a price to pay for it, being a sport. And then the time factors. Are you willing to spend that kind of quality time or the time to divide your quality time between sports and studies or games? Like Han-Ling, Tian-Yu, I agree with you on the e-sport and the e-games. True enough, because this really can be addicted and end up, wow, that would be very bad. So the last one, time, how are you able to continue? like I say, if you are taking a sport, there's only a short period of time spent that you can work on. After that, you know, you become a coach, you retire from the sport, you hang out your boots or your rackets or your swimming trunk, whatever. Okay, but you see, even if you're coach, Gerald, do you agree? You still need knowledge, right? You still need to study the kind of the style of the individuals sports people, your disciple who are learning the trade from you, things like that. Okay, so yes. So here we are. Now from this exam, no, sorry, not this exam, this homework, you must have at least 5 paragraphs, okay? So can see now, is it blur, Hanlin? No, can see.
It's just slightly blur. I can still see properly.
A bit blur, right?
Yeah.
This is not for me. I'll be honest, I got it from somewhere. I think it's like quite good to use it. So is it paragraphing minimum 3 and maximum 6 to 8 paragraph, 6 to 8 paragraph, maintain logical orders throughout. So no need to write too many paragraphs for O level, but when you are in A level in 3 years, 2.5 years time, okay, you have to do it for about more than 8 paragraphs, which is about 800 words for that. So one paragraph, always remember, Gerald, one idea, related and argument support. So details point of view. So this is one of the example. So you must have an introduction. That's why I give you the define with an extra E. Then you maintain your idea 1, idea 2, idea, and then the counter your idea and conclusion. So you can give 2 plus positive and 1 negative, or 1 or 2 negative and 1 positive. But usually I prefer 3, 1. 3 positive, 1 negative, or 3 negative, 1 positive. Okay. 2 ones is a bit limited in my opinions. Okay, my suggestion is 3, 1. So this is the format to use for your essay writing about the later you're going to do the essay. Okay, so these are all the magic words that you can use it. Okay, so for example, let me see, I can pull out a file to show you some of my Sec2 students who did a very awesome job using the let me see, I can pull out the file now. Just to give you a head start. Wait, let's stop sharing first. Give me a minute now. That was yesterday, they completed the whole entire using the magic words to complete the whole thing. Using the magic words, they use 5 magic words to do it. Oh, where is it now? Oh, sorry. I think I called the wrong file. Hold on, give me a minute now. Okay, Gerald, look at this one, Gerald. You see, at this point, okay, maybe you can read. TNU, can you read this? Using the magic words, those magic words inside. You got the list, right, Gerald? Do you print? Those
Yeah, I got the list.
Okay, let's look at your list to see whether they use it correctly, Gerald. TNU, ready? Let's go.
So am I meant to read the 建荣 one?
嘉荣
Okay. Poverty can be elevated by sports and jobs. From sports, people can train hard and participate tournament to win the game and get money. Playing game can also reduce stress as well as prevent poverty. For that, I want to say not all games will do that, but okay. Furthermore, jobs can also prevent poverty. People have to be educated and study hard to look for a job. This can also motivate people to study after getting a job. They will get paid and eventually they will not suffer from poverty anymore. Thus, from my point of view, poverty can be elevated mostly by sports and job.
How do you find from 1 to 10?
Probably a good solid 9.
9 upon 10.
Yep, around 9 or 10 or 10 even, because
Whoa.
But I want to ask a question. Poverty means like bankrupt, right? Like no money or something.
不是，我不是贫穷。
Yeah, so no money. Yeah.
不一定要没有说一定没有 no money， 他可能有很少的钱 ，very little, very major, very
Oh,
but
okay.
they don't maybe 他们只能可能一个10块钱可以吃2天的菜饭钱，or maybe
I see.
maybe they stay in the one room flat and then sometimes halfway through got no money, they don't have electricity, they have to use candle, you know, they no water supply, they have to go to public toilets or swimming pool to bathe. Wow, that kind, wow, my goodness, really very bad. Or even they have to, the food have to cook for 1 week, and put in the fridge. And then the fridge, no electricity, 完蛋，食物都坏掉。That kind of things. Okay, that's poverty. All right. Okay, this one, Yi Bao. Gerald, can you read this one? The one big word is according to the magic words. Let's go.
According to the news on CNA channel, usually the countries near the equator are living around temperature above 30 degrees Celsius. But recently there is a sudden drop of temperature in the countries. It is possible that it was due to the climate change around the world. Similarly, those countries that are far away from the equator are having a sudden increase in temperature, causing disasters to happening on Earth. As a result, we should stop the action of our people in causing the world pollution.
What do you think, sir? 1 to 10? Be honest. Hey, this is recording,
because 4 or 5.
I will give it to Ivan. How many?
4 or 5, because there are a few errors in the last few lines.
Okay, I did not change. Yes, okay. But beside the error, in terms of creativity writing, using the magic words. Okay, let's don't put on the okay, fair enough. We put aside of the grammatical error or sentence construction. Can we base on creativity? Just creativity, can? Be honest. How many? 6 upon 10, is it?
6.5.
6.5. Thank you. I think he will be very happy to hear that. To be honest, Yi Bao was that day. I was having this on Saturday night. Last Saturday night. That was during the 1 week holiday. Because I cannot have it tuition on Wednesday, so it was Saturday night o'clock. So he was attending an art class, and halfway through 8:30 he joined. Then I think he was having his late dinner, using his phones while in the McDonald's he's doing this, and then in the car he came out this. He was very sad yesterday, Gerald. Okay, this is recording Yi Bao. I may want to show you this video to you. Because he privately messaged to me or Gerald, say that I fail all my subjects for your WA1. You fail all the subjects. So Haling, I told him, I said, never mind, since you are a failure, then continue to fail long. Correct. Are you surprised I say that to him?
No, I'm not surprised. I've been in your class for a year. Why would I be surprised?
You mean I really say that to him like that?
I mean, you could have rephrased it in any other way, but the message would have gotten through the same way.
Okay, thank you for your kind words and understanding of me. I don't say this type of things. You know, I say don't give up. In fact, this morning about 6+, I even sent a message to him, don't give up, 加油. Okay, don't think of negative. And this is Gerald. This was written by him while only a few minutes. So he's a very shy guy. And he always tell me that in school, he was like not very social, not say sociable, don't have the expressive power. And I met him one day in the basketball court playing with his friends when I was doing my police duty. And I see that, you know, he's very good in his basketball, to be honest, very nice. But here we are talking about, you see, using this magic word. And he told me, yeah, you see, he enjoyed doing this and help him to understand the passage better by using the magic words. So I have more to share with all of you along the way. So every month there will be different types of methods, not just creative writings, in the other part like paper 1, 2, 3, and 4, and even others. So this is one of the guy I would like to praise him, Yi Bao, that he was very down, he feel very bad, he feel very sad that he can't do. And one of them yesterday, I got one girl who got B3. Her phone was being confiscated for 1 year. Honey, confiscated for 1 year just because she got a B3 in English. A bit 太过 serious 哦。What to do? Sometimes parents are very excited. Okay, this Hao Xian is the different Hao Xian, Hanling. This Hao Xian is a total different Hao Xian, the one in your class. Let's go.
Poverty can be alleviated by sports through a multitude of ways. For example, giving its partakers the opportunity to take part in sports as a team, and thus, as a result, promote a sense of teamwork, an important value for everyday life in the workplace environment. Moreover, through sports, people can improve their health greatly, which is especially important, as many impoverished people die due to health issues. Although sports won't solve all the health issues, it will surely help. With good health, people will thus be capable of performing acts such as job finding or taking on new skills, helping the economy. To make my stand, I believe that sports can promote important values such as teamwork to people who engage in it while improving their health.
1 upon 10, please.
I'd say I give it a 8.
8, why?
It answers the answer directly.
Say again, sorry.
It answers the question directly with very like little to no inconsistencies, but the content itself can be improved.
He's actually from IP school. Okay, IP school. So the way he speaks also very good. So the rest I don't want to go through. Like take a look. Just a quick one, please. Okay, this is Zhi Ting, this is Zhonghen. Okay, just to show to you this, they are really doing their homework on the spot. Okay, Xing Yuan. I would like to show you, Xing Yuan one is very short, you see, just like that. But you see, he managed to get the 5 magic words inside a small paragraph here. Not bad, right? Okay, let's look at this one here. This is the one I want to praise. Okay, look at his hand. Okay, now Gerald, look at it. You see, blue pen is really different. Even this one, you look at this word. We have a roof over our heads, right? If you, my student was reading this. We have a root. We have a root. What I mean by a root? It should be a roof, right? Okay. So another one is food. At first I thought, what is this word? Fawn, to eat. Then this is a eat, right? Gerald, can you see this one is a eat? It's not a cat. You see the E itself, you see. So be careful. Right? She's a very nice, good girl. Always without fear will hand his homework on time. But you see that all these words will really make her really, if we're talking about handwriting, sad to say, very neat and nice. But unfortunately, with all these words, the examiner might thought this is to cat instead of to eat. Right? Just to share with you. Okay, this is Sian and other students who joined me about less than 4 months or 3 months. So using Cristiano Ronaldo, also 5 magic words here. Okay, so just to share with you this. Wait, where's my phone now? Shucks, I mean, oh, okay. So these are all the magic words. Hopefully later you can use it in your define for your essay. Let's continue. Okay, importance of balancing sports and academic. How? Okay, this is the just now, since you all are choosing the sports and games and important study. Let's go. Can you?
From a child young age, parents, school, and well-wishers heavily emphasize academics as a means to achieve success in life. Seldom does one talks about sports and academy in the same breath, fearing an adverse impact on one's own reputation, the child's future and career option. Continue.
Yes.
While having an academically inclined child is a matter of pride for the parents and the school, the same does not hold true for someone who is sports oriented. There is a misconstrued
notion. You see the word notion?
notion
Remember the define, okay, Gerald.
notion that sports hamper a
A child's
child dedication
towards
to
academics.
sports academic. It also felt that devoting too much time to sports result in subpar grades and must be avoided.
And must be
Further,
avoided. Okay,
It
can.
must be avoided.
So these two paragraphs, what do you understand by this while you're reading, Tian Yu?
Yeah, thing like something about jobs, like your child's future dreams should not be like, you should not force it. But and then like, even though despite grades being like, you getting good grades, your parents like pride because they raise you up well, it is like, you must still not just let that decide, because some children cannot just be doing work all the time, and some of them are sport oriented. That's what the thing mean.
So you see, it's very 很乱 很 dilemma very confusing.
Yeah.
So how on one hand you want your child to do well in study, on the other hand you want your child to have a good sports, a balance, work-life balance, study-life balance. But then again, you worry that this sport will not only hamper their child too much, because you know, to get good grades you have to put in a lot of effort, a lot of time. Same thing to do well in your sports, you also have to spend a lot of time and efforts. Like for example, if you want to train your child to be a good golfer, or even a swimmer like Joseph Schooling, you know, one day you have to swim how many times? Not one day, 1 week you have to swim how many times, how many hours, that kind of things. So that is where the importance, the title is the importance. See the word, you see the balance. I like this one, the balance. On one weighing scale is all the sports products. The other one is all the books, which we talk about the importance of balancing sports and academics. So that is good later on when you're writing your essay. Back to you, Hale.
Further, the intoxicating influence of digital media, for example, online gaming, social networks, television, etc., has caused whatever little exposure children will otherwise get towards sports and recreational activities. This leads to an increased incidence of obesity and psychological issues, such as attention deficit, laziness, irritation, lack of patience, emotional turmoil, etc., among young children.
You see, you're right, not Tian Yu. You see the e-gaming, e-sport is where make the person sit there. But it's true, you know, those people who are playing this kind of Genshin or what, Call of Duty, name it, what kind of games, they are paying millions of dollars just to get them win the games, and even they carve up as a career. So, but then you see, this is also gaming and sports, Gerald. But they're sitting there, 整天在那边打那个 keyboard. Do they really exercise? Yeah, they exercise their finger, they exercise their brain, but they don't exercise their walking, their legs, their stomach, you know, or even their side of the body. So it may cause a back problem, the backache problem. Because maybe they are young, they don't feel it, but when they get old, maybe got problem with it. So, Hale, what do you think about this paragraph to you? Yes, Hale, what do you think about this paragraph?
Honestly, pretty accurate, that's all.
Pretty what, sorry?
Accurate.
On who?
On like the current situation today, that's all.
For everyone, Okay, thank you. Next, Gerald.
I read this paragraph.
Yes, these two paragraphs.
Sports and academics partners in holistic development. It requires no special highlight that sports play a crucial role in nurturing a child's personality from a very young age. While academics provide knowledge, a sport teaches the invaluable traits of teamwork, leadership, persistence, hard work, respect towards others, stress management, continuous enhancement of one's skills, and most importantly, acceptance of success and failure in an unfazed manner. I read this just now.
Yeah.
To top it off, following a sport with dedication keeps one healthy, both mentally and physically. It ensures that the body's potential is fully realized and keeps it in an excellent condition for a significant part of adult life.
Okay, you see, to top it off is like another magic words. That means to add on to it, to support it, to substantiate. Yes, you read this just now. This is to tell you, see, I can copy from somewhere, I can get somewhere the ideas, or even your ideas. This is like introductions like that. You give you, they say, sports and academics, like is their like right hand and your left hand, they work together. They form like a partnership. That's why it's called the partners. They form like a partnership to work together. You need two hands sometimes to carry certain items, correct now? But of course, you can say I can use one hand. I even can use one hand and one leg to do it. Yeah, but this hand in hand, that's why they call hand in hand, is to give you that kind of assurance of hard work and persistence and leaderships. Not only that, you also, like I say, this will give you a more healthy body, both mentally and physically. That means you have an all-rounder. So you know, in the past, when you want to become a scholar, you must be not only good in your study, also good in your martial arts, something like that, right? Or even your poems, your whatever kind of some dedication that you can bring to the society, or even to the the governments of that particular era of that dynasties. So yes, why not you finish out this one for us, please?
Therefore, it is evident that maintaining a balance between sports and academics is of utmost importance for a child's holistic development.
Thank you. Actually, it was Gerald's to read, but thanks, Haling. Okay, so at this junction, a permanent question arises: how to strike the balance, a perfect balance between sport and academics. So the benefits of sports and academics to be this one can use for your studies. I'm sorry, for your essay later on. So so benefits of sports and academics together can be achieved by adopting the following techniques. Number one, can you?
Prioritization of sporting preference. There can be many sports that the child likes to follow or play, but it's also vital to prioritize which one to pursue seriously to exploit their
true potential.
This will require proper mentoring to understand the child's indication.
And what?
Inclination and guide them with the right know-how on taking up sports.
Yeah. So you see, your son now maybe want to play all kinds of sport, but you need to focus at least one that is good in. Yeah, it's good to let your son to test out, not try, to test out what is a tennis, a badminton, or table tennis, or swimming, or golf, or baseball, or basketball, whatever, or soccer, or football. But then again, what you say that you must really choose one that is good in. For me, of course, when I was young, I test out all kinds of games. And one of my favorite games is, of course, to me, is football. And second will be tennis. Third, like now, old man really, I prefer golf. Number two, Tianyu. Haning.
Prioritization of sporting preferences. There can be many sports that the child likes to follow or play, but it is also
time management. I'm so sorry. Number one was read by Tianyu, sorry.
We all know that we have a fixed number of hours at our disposal each day. To make the most of it, it's pertinent that the child imbibes the time management skills so that they can pursue both sports and academics without compromising any of them. Following a daily timetable will ensure there's adequate time for both studies and as well as sports. Time wasted on unproductive activities such as television, video games, social media, etc., can be utilized to excel in sports and academics.
I don't really disagree or agree to this time wasted or unproductive. I would say this time, like watching television, sometimes can give you some ideas in your content management for your essay. Video games sometimes can use for distress. Social medias can kind of actually help you to understand more of the perspective of the world. Like through social media, we know how the Turkey earthquake, the Ukraine and Russia war, or even some social media teach you how to cook, how like Uncle Roger, right? You know what I mean? Like with this way of cooking that is different with no MSG, that kind of things. So that is also helpful. But I would say time wasted of unproductive will be, we are talking about sit there, don't do anything, you know, or smoking or drinking beer, or just like, you know, aimlessly walking around without any things that you're doing. So that would be called time wasting. But to be honest to say, watching television is not really time wasting. It all depends. Sometimes you can study until so bad that one way of distracting Gerald is like watching television, 对吗? Right. So from young last time we do not have any other games. The only things I can do when I distract is what? 我看小叮当，我看老夫子漫画, something like that. So last time we got these Marvel's comics, right? That's how I improve my English. So I would say that reading comic books will not improve, or even social media also can improve your way of speaking and presentation skill, right? So that is one, time management. Number 3, Gerald, proper planning.
Proper planning for upcoming events. There are times when upcoming exams or an important game must take priority over the other. In such scenarios, careful planning will always help. The sports and academics schedule can be tweaked accordingly during days leading to the exam or game, such that adequate time is available for preparation.
So agree, Gerald. I'm not sure what sport or CCA you're taking. What CCA you're taking, Gerald?
Football.
You're taking football?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Welcome. Which team is support for England? The Premier League.
Premier League. Oh, I support 2 teams actually, Man City and Liverpool.
Okay, thank God you're not Arsenal. You know why?
Thank God you're not us. Have you remember 0-7?
No, that is Man City.
Yeah, the Man City when you mentioned was the funniest thing ever, man.
Oh, that one is a
0-7.
joke, Gerald. I woke up, I thought it's 1-0, no, until I see a stroke there. The stroke like that, 7. I thought it's 1-0. Okay, 1-0 fan. I said, huh? I thought my eyes was playing 3 on me. 7-0? You sure or not? Then when I look through, first half already so many goals. I was like, oh my God. I thought my favorite team is Tottenham Hotspur, which we beat Manchester United 6-1 at their home ground, right? I think, on our home ground. So I've been supporting Tottenham Hotspur, one and only from 1983 or 84 until now. So it's donkey. I even is a member in Tottenham Hotspur Football Club here in Singapore. And actually, we want to organize a football matches between other teams as well. And because I formerly from football coachings in my school, I also contact with my coaches to conduct, hopefully to conduct some games to play. But because of COVID, it stopped us. So we are looking into it. How can we bring about? And I think, Gerald, you know, right? All these your this competition over, correct? Over already, especially the A boys, or the B boys, which is the Set 4 student, right? They have to be over by next month, correct? Because of O level, correct? Same goes to you next year. So you realize there is a proper time management to prepare them, to separate them from the exam. You cannot be next month exam, this month football, right? Competition doesn't make sense. So the time planning, the time management, the planning is so super important. You see, the proper time planning is very important. You not crash. If not, people will not. The parents will not allow their children to take out this kind of sports. Of course, the SYF, we are talking about those singing competitions, the dance, the choirs, the military band or the brass band or what band is we are talking about. They also have a time supporting planning to ensure that you will not crash with the mid-exam. So now we not mid-year exam, we have all these WA tests. These still will also affect their performance and study. Okay, so this is number 4, which is, can you carry on?
Support and motivation. During this time, support from family and school plays a
Pivotal
role in ensuring the child doesn't feel burdened by the rigor.
That means very tough, very detailed, very stressed, very in the very deep training, very deep involvement. Okay.
Rigor or expectation, therefore, the child needs to be continuously motivated to keep them going whenever they feel low or are under an acquired pressure to perform.
So you see, so even there's sometimes when people, like my last year, my student supposed to win the volleyball, but end up came in second. The whole team collapsed. They thought they can win the champions of the what South Zone or East Zone or West Zone, but because of that particular one of my student, she got injured. So she feel very sad that she neglected her whole team. because of her, we could not get the championship. But thank God the teachers, the players support her because because they need her as part of the team for that certain games. And she even carried her pains and agonies and frustrations during the games. And people can see that he put in her efforts to get the rigorous expectations, and thereof, even though he has done her best, but the team did not make it for whatever reason. But that is where the support and motivation come in for her. Okay, so importance of sports in school. Okay, Haning.
Importance of sports in schools. Children are usually restricted in their choice of sports at home, and sports may be viewed as leisure rather than a serious pursuit. A school's role is even more prominent in ensuring that the right balance of sports and academics. A school with strong focus on sports builds a strong foundation in identifying a child's sporting potential. Accordingly, it provides the necessary infrastructure to pursue sports earnestly. It is crucial that the school include sports as part of the academic program and design a curriculum with sports at the center.
So please, if the school were to support the sports, I think you guys will have to support your children in the future for some sports. Because this will help not only build up his stamina, her physical excuse me, her physical well-being, but as a holistic, as an overall, to develop your child into a much better person. So sports is really important, not just for their well-being, but also help to indirectly or directly for their studies. Okay, about the sports school. So this is an example. Let's finish up. Gerald, last one. I think last one, right? Let's see. Yeah, last one. Yes, go.
About the sports school. The sports school is India's first school integrating sports and academics. We aim to provide budding and professional athletes with a platform to pursue sporting excellence. The school has a top-notch sports infrastructure and training by eminent coaches and globally renowned mentors of basketball, tennis, badminton, cricket, and football. At the sports school, we offer a flexible educational curriculum with a bespoke academic schedule to student athletes, allowing them to prioritize their sporting commitments. We encourage students from grade 4 onwards to balance their pursuit of sporting excellence with adequate attention to their academic progress.
So you see, India alone is about 1.1 billion population in the world, the second largest population in the world. So these are their games: basketball, football, cricket. I think cricket is one of them, and badminton. All these, see, they are. I think more than that. I don't know why they did not put swimming or other sports. In fact, their golf also not bad. But then again, this is we are talking about the majority in the school in India, that they allowed them to integrate these two together to make their students, their next generation of leaders to lead India. So take note of this, okay, for when you're writing your essay. So yeah, this is about today's presentations and discussions and lecture for all what we want to know, what sports and games are equally as important. So now your job now is to type it out and send it to Uncle Raymond's, and of course, it will be read by my other groups of students. So if you do not know what is defined, now I'm just let you know what is defined. Okay. So the last E is the ending, okay? So just know that E stands for the ending, your conclusions. So let's talk about this one here, okay? Okay, now you may start now typing your introductions. Okay, your second and third paragraph, of course, you don't do here. You are supposed to hand in this essay, written if you can, written, and hand it to me. And hopefully next week on Thursday, we can go through your essay. Seriously, yeah. So I don't want you to tell me, oh, sorry, Uncle Raymond, I cannot submit, because we really want to go through, because it's the end of the month. We are talking about student performance appraisal. And because next month, there will be more of this kind of exam coming out to prepare you, even though you do not have WA1, okay? I'm sorry, what am I talking? Even though you do not have the mid-year examinations, all right? So let's start now. I'll go for a toilet break. Okay, so start using your this. So you know what is your title, right? Let me see. That's your title. Okay, that's your title. So Tianyu, Hanling, and Gerald, get ready to type in. All right, I'll come back a while.
Hey, hey, Joe. What we are meant to write on is the one he sent in chat, right? The first paragraph.
It should be.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry. What did you
Joe, I can't. I just asked each other what we are meant to write on is the one you sent, right? The first paragraph.
say? Here, yeah. I just want to see how your introductions. But of course, if you can write second, third paragraph as one essay, one shot, like now you can spend about another 10, 15 minutes just to write the entire essay. I'm okay with it. Okay. Yeah, you can write on the paper, Gerald. No problem. But then I have to, you have to send a picture to me, correct now? So I have to paste it and then I have to mark. Because this is a part of the homework. Okay. But of course, if you can give me the whole essay by end of 9:30, I'm fine with it. Okay, thanks. By the way, you all can use your P-spot. Okay, P-spot means favors, idioms, similes. Okay, like as happy as a lark, one man's meat is another man's poison to start off with, or of course, O stand for the occupations, which you can talk about football player, golfer, and the places you can talk about countries like Brazil, Argentina, Africa. Okay,
Sorry, I'm a bit slow with writing this. I'm not feeling too well. Sorry.
no choice, guys. Okay, we have to learn.
Yeah, I'm still writing, but it's just, the progress is just a bit slow.
Yeah, I know. You see, realize I'm getting more tougher already in your school, huh? More and more thing, huh? Whatever you can, I will do my best to end at 9:30. I know you guys got a lot of homeworks and other things, okay? Yeah, this is okay, you all know what is this really, yeah? Definitions of sports and property, explain with the feelings how you feel about sports and property. Give an example if you can, and how to identify the ways of sports, the pros and cons, notions. But all these may not be necessary everything inside one paragraph. Okay, so you can break it down in such a way that you can put like that definitions into point form if you want to. Then later you can use this define with an E, extra E, to put into paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's about it. As we know that this month, if I'm not wrong, we have 5 weeks, right, for March. Let me see, is it true or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we have 5 solid weeks. So the last week of this month will be going through your essay. Hopefully those essays that you own agreements, you can redefine it, fine-tune it, and then type it up, or of course I prefer to write now. And write down and send it to agreements by WhatsApp or email. That's what Gerald is doing also, right? Thanks. Gerald, you're writing on a piece of paper, huh? Gerald.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll be sending to me by WhatsApp, is it?
Yeah, after I finish.
Okay. Can you just send one now just to let me take a look first?
Right now.
I'm not finished. I know you're not finished, but just take a picture and send to me. Thanks. Tian Yu, you are writing or typing?
I type my first paragraph for you, and after I'm gonna copy and paste it to my chat, and then I'm gonna write the remaining for you.
Thank you.
Like, cause I don't think I can finish all now.
No,
So,
no, no, no. Like I say, it's not. I want quality as
quality over quantity.
yes.
So I'm
no, no, no.
so-
Sorry,
Huh?
quality and quantity 两个都要 QQ 要 QQ，两个都要。Sorry 啊，because it's preparing. Yes, then you want to say something?
Yeah, so that I have to write the whole thing now, or did I just try to write as much as I can?
Just give me the intro first lah. Okay. Hanling, you okay?
Sure.
Gerald, okay? Hanling, can
Sure.
you?
I haven't edit according to the define.
No, no, the define, like I say, is actually the entire essay. But if you want to use the introduction, you can use the AIMS, the atmosphere, okay, the interesting start, and which one is the motivation statements, and then the suspend to bring out to the next paragraph. So the atmosphere.
Can you go scroll back up to the defense?
Define, not
Define. So we are meant to follow it by like that, right? Our method.
No, you like this one is actually you can see define with an extra E itself is actually the whole entire essay. But of course, you can use this define for introduction, but not possible because there's an E for conclusions. You see? So actually, I was telling Gerald that if you can use the AIMS, the aim. Remember? This is the best. Atmosphere. What is the interesting start? How do you create an interesting start to hook the readers or the examiner? Then there's a motivation statements. Like maybe you can add in someone said that before. That's where your favors comes in. And then the last sentence of the first paragraph is a suspend to create the awareness, alertness, and attention to let people to continue to read the second and the third paragraph.
Oh, so we are meant to write like that. I wrote it.
No, it's okay. Hello, stop it. Daniel, it's okay. It's okay. We do different method and different way. It's just like 蛋炒饭还是饭炒蛋，你懂意思吗 Daniel? 哪一个是你要放鸡蛋先还是放饭先，还是两个一起丢下去煮呢，还是什么？只要能吃的好吃 delicious 就可以了，对吗？我们要的是这个 delicious essay. So my job is to give you different methods to cook a nice dish. To write a nice essay. 对吗 Gerald 对不对 Right. That's the purpose of coming in. 就是I can give you 10 different methods, but say Uncle Raymond, method 7 is good, method 4 so. Method 6, the worst I don't like. Very leceh, very troublesome. So my job is to give you all the methods. Gerald, it's not like those, 以前的说师傅教你9招有一招收起来，我不教你10招。That's wrong concept 这样你会失传那个武艺Okay, or loss If a 师傅 scared of 徒弟 to overtake him, then it's a wrong concept. Okay, it's a wrong concept. But what to do, this is what Chinese like us, we always like that. So we have to change the mindset with a define with an extra E. Okay, it's already 9:27. I seriously would like to stop at 9:30 sharp because I know the three of you like, hey, Gerald, how was the first week in school? How's your first week in school? Still got football CCA?
Oh, yeah.
Competition over already?
Yeah.
So you all won anything?
And we ended at second round. First round we managed to
Beat who? Who you beat?
who we beat?
Which team? You go for competition, right?
Yeah, we beat
who you
I forget the school's name.
Okay. Yours are West Zone or South Zone or what? West, right?
I think it's mixed.
Mixed. Oh.
This year different already because after COVID.
Oh, I think St. Gabriel's still one of them, right? And Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Hong Kong and St. Gabriel's are always good. Hanling, you okay? These few days in school? No, I'm not saying your essay. Your scouts everything.
Yeah. It's been kind of busy recently though.
But keep your health in the tip-top condition. Okay. Just endure 多6个月好吗？就是
Actually my O level start in like 3 months, I think. July.
June.
My Chinese. No, it's in July.
June.
It's in July.
No,
My O level Chinese starts in the
you
4th
can
of
check.
July.
No.
Yes, it's on the 4th of July. It's on my calendar.
Eh?
It's on the 4th of July.
Seriously, it's different. Okay, let me check with my other student. Then after that, we will celebrate in November again.
Yeah, teacher, what's AIMS? I only know it's like
A stands for atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Interesting start. Then the motivation statement. Then the S, the suspend. Suspend means the last sentence of the first paragraph. The last sentence of the first paragraph is to create the suspend so that the reader want to continue to read on. Okay? All right, it's 9:30. Just give me whatever you can. Come. Just give me whatever you can. So I really want to, I look at the three of you like, wow, really shack already.
Yeah, I sent you through Gmail already.
Ayo, Gmail 啊，
Yeah,
我还没有开嘞，宝贝，对不起啊，等一下我要去开一下了。
okay.
Gmail 哈，
I only have like the beginning, which I
不用
was searching for a quote
No,
over
the purpose for your is to get a feel and a start, you know 吗？起头万事难的，you get a feel and a start, you know, that is the very important. Oh yeah, I saw your this one. Your email. Wow. Whoa, okay. That's a long one, man, bro. How do I paste it?
I'll just copy and paste the picture.
Yeah, I know, but it's very big. I have to cut and paste. Cannot open it. Okay. Cannot. Is something wrong with the. No, cannot. I have to save it. A bit slow. I don't know why today my computer really a bit slow. That's the thing. We are being manipulated by a machine. Oh my God. Why cannot open? Oh my God. Can you? I saw yours. Give me a minute. I want to copy our dear friends. Gerald, this is yours, huh? Right. Right, Gerald?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tian Yu, yours is here. Tian Yu, where are you? Where is your name? Okay, right, can you correct now? Yeah, okay, thank you. Honey, just send to me, come. Then we'll call it a day for all of you. It must be a long, tired 4 days in school when just you completed 1 week of school holidays. The going get tough. The tough get going for you guys. Come on, let's go.
I haven't come up with anything complete yet.
Never
I
mind.
only have 2 lines.
Huh?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I can't believe from Hanning. Never mind, just give me the 2 lines, then we'll call it a day.
It's like you know the quote where you always say all work and no play makes so and so a dull boy.
Ah, okay, come. Just give me now.
And then as students you must.
Send to me.
I haven't written it down.
You wrote on a piece of paper, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, then take a picture and send to me now.
I don't have my.
Oh, you don't have your phone with you, ah?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Then you send to me later, okay?
All right.
No worry, don't stress. You stress. Okay, I will call it a day. Same thing before we end the lesson tonight. I would like to have the full entire essay to send it to me, hopefully latest by Wednesday night, so that I have enough time to mark your paper. So because Gerald, the next week I'm going to be super busy because I have a new shop in Harbourfront. Okay, so I'll be running a lot of times here and there to set up and things like that. And then I'm preparing for my new books to be launched. So there's a lot of things. So please give me enough time to mark your paper. Okay, I would love to see your essay from the 3 of you. Okay, so meanwhile, stay good, hold on. I will stop my recording.